So this is basically what you have, same engine. Hopper might be a little bit different, but same basic engine. It's a 2-horse Jaeger. So things you want to look for: this is your intake valve, this is your exhaust valve. You want to make sure all that stuff's loose. This is your fuel adjustment knob, obviously your mixer. So adjusting this is just like your choke. In here is a check valve. So the fuel comes out of the tank and it has a check ball. Must have that because that prevents the fuel from running back to the tank. I don't know if I was on here. This is a check ball here. This is your Wyco EK mag, the bracket that you have. You'll need the trip finger, spring. Make sure you get a mag with a roller in it. This is your trip itself. So this spring loads tension when it rides against here. Once it has enough, then it trips it off quick. This drops down. That has to happen very quickly, otherwise you won't get spark. Not sure what you have or what you're missing. Really haven't seen pictures. This is adjustable in here on your rod, so you can adjust that. Slides forward and back to adjust your timing a little bit. As far as your trip goes, this is your speed selector. So this is low, and then you get medium and high, different latch points. This is your governor assembly here. Flyball governor, the way that works, when centrifugal force pushes that out, it pushes that pin out as the balls fly. So that ties in your latch out. So when you're up to speed, bring this around here. Give me 1 second. You get past compression there. So what'll happen is if that's up at speed, it's holding your piece in here. Okay. So as this comes around to the exhaust stroke, if you're at speed, that'll press that in. And now your engine will just freewheel because it's latched up. So just sit there coasting. When the speed drops down, that'll pop back off, and it'll come around, it'll suck fuel, and it'll go to fire stroke. These are your grease cups. You get 3 of them, 2 on your bearing caps, 1 on your crank. Those are simple. What I would do, I don't know how long your engine's been sitting, I would pull all the old grease out, dig that cup out, dig this out here, put fresh grease in, fill your cup, fill your cap, just put it back on. When you tighten it back up, you'll feel it get tight. You don't want to crank it down because that'll push all your grease out. So basically you'll feel it get finger tight with pressure. You turn the engine over and this will get free again. So every couple hours you just give it like a quarter turn. So your oiler, you said yours is broke off down in here. So just need to get yourself a new tube. I can measure what that is. This is your oiler itself. Flip that up. That's going to drop out. You'll see the droplets of oil drop out here. Like I said, 6 to 10 per minute, depending on how hard you're running your engine. Make sure to turn this off when you're done. Sorry about the blur, it's a little close there. So, not a whole lot on the other side of the engine. Obviously, get your exhaust. This one has the fuel filler brought around because it was inside a cement mixer at one point. You can see the cog. So, once you get a mag, things you want to find out, you want it to fire at top dead center. So let me explain that a little bit here. I'll get you, just open the exhaust intake valve. So top dead center is when you're at full compression. So if you come up on compression, this is straight in. So that's where you want it to trip. Now there's an advance and retard position. So when you're retarded, it's going to be a little bit past top dead center. When it's advanced, it'll be a little bit before on the fire stroke. Your advanced retard lever is here. So if this is up, it's going to be on retard. So it'll fire a little bit late, less chance of kickback, easier to start. If you're running under load, you want that down advance, which means it'll trip a little bit early of top dead center and get your best utilization of fuel and your fire stroke. So we'll give her a little fuel here. I don't have fuel in this tank right now, so a little bit of ether. I'm gonna bring it. It's already just past top dead, or it just fired, tripped the mag. So I'm just gonna zoom out here a little bit. Once you're running right, it'll start that easy. My ether can's about out. When you go to turn it off, you can turn off your fuel knob. You can open your choke. If you're running real lean on fuel, you can just open the choke. A lot of time they'll quit running. You can turn your knob off, which this one was already off because I don't want it to try to draw fuel out of the tank. So that's it. Feel free to call me if you got any questions. Have a good day.